Hello, everybody. Mr. Deadman of the Deadman's Tome podcast here. And let me tell you something. I like video games. I like to play games, right? I grew up playing on the NES and Super Nintendo. So whenever I get a chance to talk about games on this platform, where we usually talk about writing, horror, and other insane stuff, I hop on that like an insane, coked out psycho hops on a huge cock. I just can't wait. I just need to jump on that, and here I am. I'm jumping on this. And what's going on here? Pat the NES Punk. Who's Pat the NES Punk? He's an internet has-been. He's an internet has-been that talked about retro video games in the time when retro video games was booming. And that time was long gone. We're talking about a time when AVGN was huge, Pat the NES Punk, and a few others. Shit, man, I can't name it right now. JonTron. Anyway, but that's long gone. Pat the NES Punk now does a podcast where him and his friend just kind of talk about whatever video game related. But I don't think that's going to be happening for too much longer because apparently he just likes to shit on gamers. He took a big diarrhea dump. Like he just ate a shit ton of greasy ass tacos from a shady taco truck parked out in the middle of nowhere, topped with a bunch of jalapeno peppers and all that shit. And he just parched his ass right over them at BlizzCon and just let it rip. And shit just showered all over. And Pat was like, I hope you like that. And afterwards, he didn't even wipe his ass. Afterwards, he goes up to the stage at BlizzCon, gives them a high five. Good job, bros. Reaching a larger market with that mobile idea. I like it. Go ahead and mobile it up. And afterwards, he called Nintendo on the line and said, hey, I got an idea of where you can make more money. The next Mario game, Mario Odyssey. Mobile. Yeah. Mario Odyssey mobile. But what you do on your next press release, you get them all hyped up. We have a brand new Mario game you will not believe. Guess what? You've been waiting for this. Mario Odyssey 2 for your smartphone. And when they go, boo, fuck you, fuck that, Nintendo. They're like, what, you don't have a phone? You don't have a phone? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you poor? You don't have a phone? No, motherfucker, he bought your Switch for your fucking games. I mean, that's what's going on here. Sorry for my long tirade. But essentially, at BlizzCon, BlizzCon is a place for Blizzard, all things Blizzard games, WoW, Warcraft, StarCraft, all that shit. So at BlizzCon, people go there. They pay money to go there. It's not free, by the way. And it's just one big commercial fest. Commercial after the ass fest. And they go there. And the big release at the end. The big release that they're drumming up for. Guess what we got, guys? A brand new game for you. Diablo Immortal. And they show it. It's all right. Coming to you on your smartphone. Boo, fuck you, Blizzard, fuck that idea, you go fuck yourself. And they're like, what, bros, you don't have phones? You don't have phones, bros? You don't have phones? Like, motherfucker, they have a powerful PC, a lot of these people do, for your games, okay? They do not want a watered down Diablo. They don't want that. It's bad enough in Diablo 3, there are auction houses. Was an auction house in Diablo 3? Hey, some of my audience that don't play games, I gotta spell it out for them sometimes. An auction house is just pretty much Blizzard way to make some extra cash. Turn Diablo 3 into a cash cow. How do you do that? Oh, hey, you want this item? Guess what? You can pay this in-game currency, or guess what you could do? Man, you can pay like $5, $10, hell, maybe even $50. Pay some money. Yeah. Oh, you don't want it? Oh, I'm sorry. Too bad. How about you go out and earn it the hard way? But hey, you can earn it faster. That's pretty much auction house. All right, so that leaves me to Pat the NES Punk and what he did. And it's relevant to say that Pat the NES Punk and his friend Ian, or whatever his fucking name is, they have a podcast where we talk about gaming related stuff. And I'm about to play a segment where they talk about Diablo Mobile angers gamers. Here we go. And because this computer is such a shit show of a computer, I will just stream the audio because it can't handle much more. But if you donate to the show, we can change that. Anyway, I promise you this: if you donate to this show, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm not gonna be like, guess what? Now we're coming out with something completely different. I'm not gonna pull a Blizzard on you guys. I'm not doing that.
All right, so Blizzard made a lot of people angry.
How could cuddly Blizzard make people angry?
And then it made everyone on the internet angry, and then people started arguing. So Blizzard, so BlizzCon was this past weekend?
Yes, the weekend of the 3rd and 4th.
And their big announcement to close out their opening ceremony was not a Diablo 4, but a Diablo mobile game called Diablo Infinite.
Okay.
Or Diablo Immortal. And immediately everyone started violently shitting their pants in protest.
Yeah, because they weren't expecting that. Let me put it to you this way. Let's say you like pizza. Let's say there's a local pizza place you go to all the time because it's your favorite pizza, right? Let's say it's called Stefano's Pizza. You go to Stefano's Pizza every Friday for your kids and all that. You get like 3 larges, whatever, cheese, all that shit. And one day you go there, and you notice it's a little different. Like, what's going on here? Like, man, I want just 3 large pizzas, all that stuff. But actually, we don't serve pizza here anymore. You don't serve pizza? No, we've got something new. Let me show you this. A fucking hamburger. Like, what the fuck is this? I didn't come here for that. Oh, what? You don't like burgers anymore? That's the thing. That's the point. They're upset because that's not what they're expecting, first off. And thirdly, second, why is a mobile app being so promoted like this? And third, why is Diablo turning into a mobile game? Why are you going to water it down into a mobile game? Mobile games are not glorious. Mobile games is where trash goes. That's where mobile games, there's a bad rap for that because that's where game companies, it's so blatantly just bleed out every dime from you without any shame. And now Blizzard's going to do it with Diablo. You watch. Anyway, I'm sorry, Ian.
Losing it. People are unhappy, and there's a lot to unpack with it on both sides, I think. Immediately, people divided themselves into camps over we're going to cry like babies, and the other camp quickly polarized into a very much.
You hear that? Cry like babies. You want to cry like babies. So the reaction to this is they cry. They're upset, and you want to say they cry like babies. It's weird. I want to come up with an example for them. But these guys, all the games they play have already been released. Ian and Pat, all they do is they play retro games, which is fine. But the problem with that, and for this scenario, this situation, is that all those games have already been released. So there is no more wait for them because there's no waiting. Just like that. They don't have to worry about a new iteration of Contra coming out. Hell, they would probably clap if it came out on the phone. They would like that. They'd be like, "All right, sweet, I can play it on my phone." I mean, I don't want to. I guess I'll say it this way: they're kind of burnouts, I mean, they're gamers in that they play retro games, but they don't play current games. They don't really get it. And they're not going to get it. Which is fine if their audience is just retro gamers, but apparently not. Because the like to dislike ratio on this video is 454 likes and 7.3k dislikes. Apparently, their audience is not in agreement with this and what they're saying. I mean, who likes to get a diarrhea shower from Pat and his buddy Ian?
Much we feel the need we must defend this game. I found very little.
What?
I found very little.
Huh? there's actually a camp defending the new Diablo. Huh. Okay. Listen. If you call yourself a gamer and you defend the new Diablo, the mobile version of Diablo, you are one of the reasons why gaming is sucking. You are one of the reasons why gaming is sucking. Here's why. Those that support this are the same that actually play the games on the phones, which is fine. You play Candy Crush and all that shit. That's fine. But don't kid yourself and say, man, this is good gaming. This is legit shit. That stuff is designed to exploit you, to fuck you up. You know that. They make it just barely fun, just enough to get you kind of there, kind of into it. You could have funner. If you paid some money. You can play longer if you paid some money. You can have an easier time if you paid some money. It's not where you go to have quality, fun experience gaming. It's just going to water it down. It supports it. Man, it just wildly supports microtransactions and bleeding gamers out the ass. So if you support this, you support that. And if you do, I want, in my opinion, for you to just jump off a cliff. Just do that. That's my opinion, though. Don't actually do it. That might hurt yourself. But if you did, I wouldn't worry. Anyway, sorry. See, that's me crying like a baby in response that there's actually a camp out there defending this idea.
Little even ground here. So
What is this? It's just a mobile version of Diablo?
no, not exactly. Well, we'll get there. So, Diablo 3 came out in 2012. Diablo is hugely popular. Diablo 3 has been reiterated a few times. I had this PC version, got released on the 360 and the PS3. Got a PS4 port and a Xbox One port. It has an expansion pack. And then it also received one final expansion pack that added a new playable...
yeah, it's a full-on game. Come on, guys. Jump ahead. I'm going to jump ahead because you guys talk so slow.
And then it got released on the Switch.
Can I speed them up? I need to speed them up. They talk so slow. Get to it. Speed. Let's do 1.5. All right, 1.5. Here we go. Play.
4 or 5 days ago. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go pick that up today. And so it's been, 5 years, 6 years since Diablo 3 came out. It came out, there was problems with it on the PC, but it eventually picked up quite a bit of steam. Quite good. Diablo fans, I think, feel like they are neglected when it comes to properties that Blizzard focuses on.
And they should. They should feel neglected because they are neglected. You just said it. From Diablo 2 to Diablo 3, how long did that take again? And in Diablo 3 to Diablo, Immortal? 4 or 5 years? Shit, man. It's like they release a new Diablo every 4 to 5 years. Okay, at the same time, though, they're just releasing okay, let me go back. Let me paint a picture for you of neglect. Okay, if you're a fan of Warcraft, the old school Warcraft where Blizzard began, right? Warcraft. You got Warcraft and you got Warcraft 2. They'd follow, and then there was StarCraft, and then there's Warcraft 3. It took a while, but it didn't take like 4 to 5 years for those games to come out. They were coming out with the game, then it came out with the expansion pack, and the next game, and the expansion pack for that one. There was routine, okay? And then World of Warcraft came out. After World of Warcraft came out, Blizzard sort of focused on MMO, on their MMO property, because that was a lucrative cash cow. That's where the money was coming in. It was making easy money. People subscribe to the game. You get a subscription count. You just add to it and add to it and add to it. And all the other projects just took forever to come out. And the proof of that is, how long it took for them to come out. I mean, after WoW, it was like everything was just Warcraft. And not just Warcraft anything, it was WoW oriented. Good luck ever seeing another real-time strategy game of Warcraft. Good fucking luck. Are we ever going to get that? I don't think we will. It's like, they don't care. I would much rather play a real-time strategy game of Warcraft. I don't really like MMOs. I find that to be cheap and exploitative as well. Oh, what? I'm going to pay, $20 a month to play a game where I don't ever win? It's just, winning is getting these artificial items each time in a game. And I guess you could say the same thing for each game, right? But the difference is here is that it's the same game. You're playing the same game, the same thing every fucking time. They just add more to it. They reskin enemies, add more goals. Same goals. Kill X number this, collect X number that, do this, do that, get the next experience points. Oh, you have this skill. Oh, cool. You got this new class, this new guy. He's kind of cool, but he breaks the game, all this stuff. But it's the same game. It's the same game. While they're doing that, there's other franchises that are sitting there taking forever, like StarCraft 2. Finally, StarCraft 2 comes out, but then there's other projects sitting there forever, like Diablo 3 finally comes out. But then there's other projects sitting there collecting dust. Let's just sit around for around, release more Warcraft expansions. So, World of Warcraft expansions. I don't know, man. Blizzard's priorities, obviously, is making money. That's their goal. Is to make money as a business. And the reason why gamers feel neglected is because it just takes too fucking long. It takes forever. And when it finally does come out, you get this Diablo mobile game, which no one wanted. So, Ian, they're booing. They were excited for the release. They weren't booing for how long it took. They were excited for the release. It was finally here. But then they hear it's going to your smartphone, not to the computer that they have, not to their Xbox or PS4, not even to their Switch, but to their phone. To their fucking phone. Oh, man. Gamers would be outraged if Microsoft was like, hey, guys, the new Halo game, they show, it's called Halo Master Chief's Glorious Return. It is like, it looks amazing. It's hyped up. And then at the very end, by the way, be super excited about this because it's coming to your smartphone. Oh, shit. People be throwing chairs. Microsoft's stock could be going down. I mean, I think you missed the point, Ian. I think you missed the point of why they're booing.
Blizzard does focus a lot on World of Warcraft. Sure. They focus a lot on Overwatch. I think Blizzard fans get a little touchy because of the enormous wait that was between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. I mean, cry about it, I guess, guys. People wait for stuff along all the time.
When did 2 come out?
Check. I think it was 2002.
2000.
So, I mean, that sucks.
Sure.
12 years. But people wait for things. So, I think a lot of the immediate blowback initially was, I think it was a combination of things. I think they were initially upset because it's how they chose to end the opening ceremony of BlizzCon, where you usually get a fairly big announcement. And it's usually an announcement that's kind of aimed at more of a, I hate to use the term, but I guess hardcore gamer.
Sure.
He hates to use the term hardcore gamer. Hold on. Who's Ian's and Pat's audience? Aren't they gamers? Like, why are you being all weird about even the word hardcore gamer? Like, what is this?
Especially because like the people who come out to this sort of thing and buy the tickets are generally, I mean, they're the ones who are really deep into it. People don't look at phone games as hardcore or serious games.
They're not.
For various reasons.
They're not serious.
I think the other reason is also, as I said, it's been a while since Diablo 3 came out, and Blizzard has said that they have been working on other Diablo projects, multiple projects. So I think maybe these people felt that because multiple projects, and this is the one they decided to show off. They could have been upset by that. Also, this can be a good or bad thing depending on how you look at it. The people who are developing the Diablo Immortal, it's being done by a Chinese developer who has also developed another mobile game similar to this. And what was it called? Let me just check for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the other thing. So it's not just from the ground up a Diablo game. It looks like a reskinned. So this Chinese developer already had a game that was very much in line of Diablo, like just hack and slash, really, all that. But they just reskin it. They reskin it and make it into a Diablo game. Wow, that's exactly what happened. I wouldn't be surprised. The same thing that happens all the time. Nintendo did that with Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go, before it was Pokemon Go, was a totally different game, but it was a very, very, very same. In fact, they used the same locations, and that's kind of something to complain. Back when Pokemon Go first came out, it was pretty much a reskin version of another game that was already existed. Because but now you had Pokemon on it, everyone plays it. Okay, but not anymore. Who still plays Pokemon Go?
Crusaders of Light. People are worried, that it could just be very similar to that in a reskin. It says in this article that...
I wouldn't be surprised.
So
Blizzard is lazy. And they go Blizzard. The reason I say Blizzard is lazy is they go with the easiest route for cash, which makes sense for a business-minded person. I mean, they think of Blizzard and how they're making decisions as a businessman who's trying to make the most money possible. That's what they're doing, and that's why they're going mobile. That's why Diablo Immortal is going mobile, and that's one of the biggest reasons why gamers fear this. It's not because just it's mobile. It's because once it's mobile, people will buy it. Even some of the people who complain about it and say they won't buy it are probably going to buy it out of curiosity. And then Blizzard is going to go, look, man, we sold so many copies of this. So many people bought it. And then some of those people are going to do microtransactions because they're going to cave. Now, they'll all say they don't do it when they meet. But then when they're sitting on the toilet taking a shit playing Diablo Immortal and they need that new Demon Slayer sword, they're going to pay the money for it. You know? When they're in the cave in unholy righteousness and they're being slayed by the Grim Reaper goblins, you know, being, gangbanged by him and his minions, and they're on their last life and they need more potions, then he's going to pay the money, the $1 or $2 to get that health. I mean, they're just going to exploit it. And then that's it. Good luck to a Diablo 4. Why even make that? Blizzard will say. The stockholders will say, why even make a Diablo 4? Diablo Immortal's just making so much money. People are just paying so much money on microtransactions. Oh, I guess we could, but in time. We'll just be lazy about it. Take as long as possible. Oh, man. Pat hasn't said anything yet. What does Pat say?
It would suck. On the other hand, being developed by another company means that they're not wasting any resources.
Let me skip ahead.
They're not wasting any developer resources on this game.
No, people don't think that far ahead when they
No, they don't.
You're wasting your time.
When they start getting, very angry. So this is where I'm starting to go.
Okay, come on.
People that maybe discover this on the mobile device know nothing about Diablo or get into it, and there is a large mobile market.
Yes.
And it doesn't necessarily have to... It's not taking anything away from your experience if other people are experiencing a mobile version of Diablo.
He's defending it. He's like, oh, man, look, it's a larger market, so this is a great idea, bro. Great idea. He's defending it. Just like I said in the beginning he would. After he takes the dump, he's going to high-five Nintendo or other companies. Hey, you know that franchise is really popular on consoles? Just release down the mobile, man. Just release down the mobile. Just release it. That'll be all right. Just expand your audience, bro. And then when the gamers look at it, they'll be like, what is this? What is this version? This is some weird bastardized, watered down version of what we used to like. What is this?
Well, and it's probably the type of game you could put someone on a mobile app and you weren't going to lose a huge amount.
Right. So good or bad, this game does not need to affect you.
No.
Good or bad, it doesn't need to affect you. Okay, continue on.
It doesn't need to affect you at all. This game existing does not make any of the Diablo games that you've already enjoyed bad.
No.
No, that's not the problem, Ian. It doesn't make all the other ones bad. It's just this version is just a big fuck you middle finger, okay? Another example of this is when EA announced the new Command & Conquer. Command and Conquer was a powerhouse RTS franchise, not so much anymore due to some blunders and all that. What happened to Command and Conquer Generals 2? That never happened, and it was in development, but it never came to the light. They never finished it. They pulled the plug on it. But now there's a mobile version of Command and Conquer, which is like a huge fuck you. It's like, what is this? They were expecting Diablo. They were excited about it. Well, actually, they weren't really expecting the announcement. When it was announced, it was like, oh shit, fuck yeah, finally another Diablo. It has been about 4 or 5 years. It's about time, isn't it? And then it's like, oh, but you're really not getting it the way you want. I mean, that's the problem, Ian. That's why they're upset. And I really can't think of a metaphor that would really sink it in for you. Because like I said before, all the games you play have already been released. If Capcom made a Mega Man game for the mobile, you'd be excited for it because you could finally play a new one. And you would play it. It's just, I don't know. It's like, for a podcast that's focused for gamers and gaming and all that, why are they shitting on this? I would think they would understand this, to recognize. It's like they're defending mobile gaming for the mobile gaming market. But the mobile gaming market isn't the sort of people that would listen to this podcast. This CUP podcast. CUP podcast? Okay, clever. Haha. No, but gamers watch you. People who play old school games and new games. And when you shit on them, they're like, man, what the fuck is this? Man? You missed it. You missed the mark on this. Well, and the stock took a dive for Blizzard. So it's not just gamers. It's recognized, man. Even say, oh man, it took a huge dive. But, you know. So it looks like Diablo Immortal is definitely affecting Blizzard. Let's see what else they say.
It's not like this is being done instead of a Diablo.
Jump ahead.
So that this helps the brand overall when they're branching out to other avenues.
A broader appeal means more
Diablo
stuff.
is not known outside.
A broader appeal means more stuff. This is actually helpful, guys. They're reaching a larger audience. You know what happens when a game that had like cryptic imagery, satanic imagery in it, it was really cool. It was unapologetic about it. You know what happens when a game like that goes mainstream to get more players? It becomes watered down. It loses that. And that's what happened. Diablo 2 to Diablo 3, the satanic imagery is gone. Now it's like rainbows and sunshine and pink butterflies. I mean, it's going to be watered down, guys. It's going to be tamed. It's going to be, you might as well put on like Disney family-friendly, ABC family-approved bullshit next to Diablo. Come on, man. You guys missed it. Wider audience is better. Sometimes it's not better just to widen your audience for this. The audience, the reason why they're doing this, it's just a blatant cash grab, man. Think about it. Think about this. Who the fuck is going to play Diablo Immortal on their mobile? Who the fuck is playing that? Now think about it. Because mobile games like Candy Crush and stuff is really going for the chicks, for the girls that have nothing to do in between from trying to drive one car to trying to drive to this one place, trying to drive to that one place and waiting in the line on DMV because they have to renew their license because it got messed up because, I can't drive with an invalid license after all those accidents you were in. No, but you give me from one thing to another thing. Why they have to wait in line or wait and do this? They're playing Candy Crush. They're playing Candy Crush at work. They're playing Candy Crush doing this and that, whatever. But guys, it's like, well, you have all those. What the fuck are they called? what the fuck are those games called? The Clash of Clans, Clash of whatever, those fucking things, which are horrible. They're horrible. They're not fun. They're just a time sink and they just want your fucking money, man. It's horrible. Fuck, because the sort of game for mobile, it just even Pokemon Go, that's a bastardized version of Pokemon. You're not really playing Pokemon there. It's just one of those fucking pet things. God, the Japanese pet things. You have to keep your pets alive. Shit. It's not even that. Not even that good. You're just going around happily playing Pokemon. You just catch them. And you battle at a gym. But you can't actually battle. You can't actually battle with other people. I mean, and what you could do, it just sucks. It's not the real experience. It's just a bastardized, watered down version of it. And that's what Diablo Immortal is going to be. A bastardized, watered down version of it. Alright, but y'all wouldn't be upset about it. Y'all wouldn't be. Anyway. Look, at this point, I think I said everything I need to say about this. If you like Diablo Immortal and you think it's going to be a great game, press the thumbs down button. If you think Diablo Immortal is going to be a horrible game, or it's a waste of time, and it's a bad decision to just go mobile, or it shows that Blizzard is just trying to exploit gamers, press that thumbs up button. If you think Ian and Pat totally missed the mark, press that thumbs up button. That said, y'all take it easy.